What's up, guys? Welcome back to Flippin' the Script Fishing. Now you have to be patient because it's raining pretty hard outside, so you may hear that in the background. But I wanted to do a recap of my trip the other day. Another fantastic day on Chickamauga. Started out the day on a variety of different lures. Caught several fish caught a couple on that swim bait. Started the day with that since I had luck with that last week. Caught a couple also on shaky head with a magnum worm. Found a nice little pattern on a little swim bait, Texas rigged. I think that Texas rig really shine in that shallow grass. Probably could have thrown a worm or a couple other things. You know, considering I did catch them on the shaky head, I probably could have thrown any Texas rig really in that shallow grass and caught them, but caught several. Once that cloud cover dispersed and things started to warm up, that bite went away. And I saw some laydowns on the corner of a point, and I had to go try it out, and that bite really sustained me through the day. I mean, it was a good bite, and it was just a flipping technique. If you guys aren't familiar with flipping, I'm going to do a video on that technique specifically, and I'll talk more about it in that video. However, that is what got me most of my bites, and you'll see that in the video. Some great footage, I think. This jig did the damage. It's just a black jig that I put a black skirt on. I put a little spacer here just to keep my chunk in the right place with some Flippin purple. Flippin blue also works really good. But that jig really seemed to, and flipping around logs and stuff on points, really seemed to be the ticket today. That really did the trick for me all day. Like I said, it was a great day of fishing. Enjoy the footage. I caught another big one and a couple other really solid fish. So enjoy it, and like, comment, subscribe. Please share it far and wide. And again, guys, tight lines. $17 inches. Not bad. Not bad at all. Number 2. Let's see how long she is. 16 inches, fat 16 inch. Take her. All right, guys. Unfortunately, my camera went out and my battery's dead, and I didn't know it. But I let it charge up now, and I caught a pretty good one. So let me go ahead and show that to you real quick. All right, here we are. 21 inches and 14-inch girth. Good fish. I'm gonna let him go. Oh, that's a giant. Barely hooked. Would you look at this old mossy-back? Holy cow. Look at that. Oh, it's going to eat you. Oh, look at the measurements. Oh. Four and a half. A little bit skinny. Here we go. 24 and a half inches, 15 and a half inch girth. Big old girl. Old girl. All right, bye. Bad at all. A good 5 fish limit. There's one over there. I'll give him 18 and a half, just under 18 and a half. A bit skinny, not a bad bass though. little guy, probably 15 inches. Another healthy 17 and a halfer. Another 17 incher. All right, now the setup I used for that Texas rig was a Shimano 7.5 foot medium heavy action rod. Okay, it's got an extra fast tip. Now, I use that length because a lot of the casts I had were ultra long casts. In fact, you'll see in the video, I kind of look silly getting ready to set that hook. It's because those fish took it right at the end of a very long cast. So I want to make sure I got every bit of that rod's power. The 7.6 really helped out, and I wanted to make sure I got a good hook in those fish. And it did the trick for me all day, and that was paired up with 15-pound fluorocarbon line, vicious fluorocarbon line, and 6:3 to 1 gear ratio, just a Shakespeare reel, and it did the trick. And I was able to get those fish to the boat regardless of the goofy hook sets, and caught some good ones doing it. $17 and a half on the jig. Good fish. Fat, healthy. $19 and a half inches, 11 and a half inches girth. I believe believe we might be onto something, guys. Ooh. 20.5 inches long, 13-inch girth. I actually saw that one follow my jig over that log, and then I just dropped it and he followed it right down and then started swimming with it. Awesome. Probably 16 inches, 15, 16 inches skinny. When your jig doesn't hit the bottom when it should, set the hook. Bad spot. Spot on his tongue. So it makes him a spotted bass. One way to tell them apart anyway. 17 inches. Almost. And that right there is why I use 20-pound fluorocarbon. There we go. Nice one. 20.5 inches long, 13-inch girth. Good fish on the jig. There you go. Near it, not bad. Inches, good healthy fish. All right, now let me show you the setup that I used to flip that jig to have the best success that I could have. I don't believe I missed any bites on it. So it's a Daiwa medium heavy action rod, 7-foot, paired up with a 6:3:1 gear ratio. I could probably go a little faster on the gear ratio, probably would have done me a little bit better. But this did the trick, and also gave me the power that I needed to get that out of there. Now, it's just a generic tournament choice reel, so it did the trick. I have that with 20-pound vicious fluorocarbon. That was essential to get those fish out of those logs and not break off. I didn't break off a single fish, and there's a couple that were wrapped around those logs, so it did the trick to get those fish out of there. And I also like to pair up, and I can show you how I do this. I make a little weight, put it on the back here. It helps me flipping all day long so I don't get fatigued, and did the trick for me. So you try that setup if you're gonna try flipping and pitching, and I think it will do you right.